What's up, people, and welcome to another edition of Deconstructing Hip Hop, the show where geek meets ghetto, aka the show where we break down classic hip hop beats using modern day music production tools. And let me first off start by saying that it's good to be back here in front of the camera. I do apologize for not putting out an episode last week, but my day job just got ridiculously hectic. So I'm going to do this week what I did last week, or I should say I'm going to shoot to do this week what I did 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to try to put out 2 episodes this week. This one about Lil Kim's Queen Bee, and I'll see what the next episode is about. But before I get started on today's song, let me just comment on the last couple of videos. First off, big shout out to the Beat Miners for reaching out to me regarding the Who Got the Props video and just letting me know what equipment they used to produce that song. And also a big shout out to D-Dot, who did give me some props on the Money, Power, Respect video that I did, and he did let me know that I left out the bass line, so I'm probably gonna have to do an addendum to that video. But anyways, Queen Bee by Lil Kim. I know I just did another Hitman track when I did Money, Power, Respect, but when I came across this in my old school library playlist on iTunes, I just had to do it. Now, this song is another song that's produced by Nashiem Myrick, and one of the first songs that I covered was Who Shot Ya, also produced by Nashiem Myrick. This also was produced by Carlos Broady, who did TONY, and he also had a hand in producing Money, Power, Respect. Now, this one actually came off of Lil Kim's debut album, Hardcore. I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard Lil Kim, she just sounded too much like Biggie to me, for obvious reasons. But this particular song was written by Biggie. Now, I don't know if you maybe came across this video, I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before, but there's a video version of Queen Bee where you hear Biggie doing all of the vocals. So I'm assuming that was just set to be like an example track for Lil Kim to follow along with. Now, the first time I heard this beat, I just went bananas. I mean, it's just grimy. There's not a whole lot to it. All right, it's just one bar playing over and over again. And I want to say the first time I heard it was probably in 95, 96. And I know it was off of a DJ Clue mixtape. I think it was 456 or something like that. That's what it was called. But now the song is pretty much, like I said, made up of a 1-bar sample that comes from Roberta Flack's Hey, That's No Way to Say Goodbye. Now, this song was also sampled for Mary J. Blige's I Can Love You. Well, actually, I should say Queen Bee was sampled for that song, and Lil Kim did a guest spot on that track. Now, the drums themselves, I have no idea where they came from, and I kind of cheated on that. But I'm going to go out there on a limb and guess, again, that this song was produced on an SB1200. And I refer back to the comment that Carlos Broady had left on my Cream cover video where he had mentioned that they used an SB1200 back in the day. So that being said, what I used, as usual, is Machine. I know I promised to vary it up a little bit, but like I said, my day job had gotten a little too hectic, and Machine was the easiest thing for me to kind of just get myself into. Either ways, let's get at this, shall we? All right, first off, I want to take a second to talk to you guys about this sample. Now, this sample, like I said before in the intro, is pretty much just 1 bar, and it comes from Roberta Flack's Hey, That's No Way to Say Goodbye. Now, regardless of what people used to think about Lil Kim back in the day, at least I should say what hip-hop purists used to say about Lil Kim back in the day, you cannot deny this song is gangsta. This beat is just off the hook. Now, first off, the sample from this song comes somewhere in the middle of the song, from the bridge of the song, just around the 1 minute and 52-second mark. Have a listen. And that's pretty much it. And come to think about it, that bar that comes right after the sample could make its own beat in and of itself. But yeah, I'm getting on a whole other topic. Either ways, let's head on over to Machine and see what I did with this beat. First off, let me talk to you guys about the drums. Now, the drums themselves, I think I mentioned it in the intro. I have no idea where Nashiem Myrick and Carlos Broady got it from. So what I pretty much just did was I boosted the drum kit from Queen Bee in and of itself. As you might recall, at the very beginning of Queen Bee, you hear a dry hit of the kick, the snare, and the hi-hat, so they couldn't have made my job any easier. All right, now there's also a nice thumping, what sounds to me like an 808 kick that plays throughout the song. That I pretty much just pulled from Machine's library. Now the thing was, around that era, or actually a little bit before that era, what a lot of producers used to do, they used to use something that's known as a 30 hertz tone or a 40 hertz tone. Now there, according to this video that I saw that Marley Marl did, there was something that came on a couple of mixers. Now the thing is, with the nice thick low bass tone like that, what you could do is essentially create your own 808 sounding kick. Now I'm not sure if that's what they did with this. I'm guessing it's an 808, but if the brother 6 July is watching, he could just let me know what went down. Now let's talk about the piano sample for a second. Now, as was the practice at the time, I separated the low frequencies from the high frequencies. Here's the high frequencies. As you also notice, I pitched up the sample. Now here are the low frequencies. Now I split the sample up. Actually, what you first hear at the beginning of the bar of the loop, that's actually, in the song itself, comes after this. But what they actually did was looped it a little differently so that it sounds like this. You get the idea, but it sounds good. Now, this song was obviously sampled off of a record, and as I've said on countless occasions, I do not have a turntable. I don't think my wife will allow me to displace any more stuff in our place just to make room for more musical gear. That being said, I kind of cheated. Like I did a sample it off of Spotify, and what I ended up doing was just taking a dusty record sound from Machine's library and laying the sample right up on top of that. Now the horns, they aren't a sample. As far as I can tell in Queen Bee, the horns aren't a sample. They probably just played it. They are not going to sound exactly alike because it doesn't matter how much tweaking you do, you will never get the same exact sound when you're talking about instruments that were played live. That's not to say that I feel that they were actually playing horns. They probably were playing off of a synthesizer, but yeah, I'm rambling. Either way, I mixed it down. Now, it's not a bar for bar match of the Queen Bee mix down, but the reason I did that, or I didn't do that, was because I didn't want this video to be any longer than it had to be. Either ways, check it out, and as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you think I missed something, holler at me. All right, I think for the most part I got it. Yes, I did cheat on the drums, but it is what it is. I could have taken drum samples from anywhere and still kind of gotten comparable results, but if I have the original source material available to me, I'm gonna do it. But if I did miss something, or you think I should tweak something or change something, please let me know in the comments. I'm not ashamed to admit that I dropped the ball and missed something. But either ways, please like the Facebook page at facebook.com/deconstructinghiphop and subscribe to the YouTube page at youtube.com/deconstructinghiphop. Now, if you want to follow me personally on Twitter, get at me at twitter.com/rogergill79, or you can get at the show's Twitter feed at twitter.com/deconhiphop. All right, that'll pretty much do it for this episode. And hopefully, if all goes according to plan, you'll be getting another episode by the end of this week. Until then, peace.